Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Today we're going to talk about the perfect investment. Now, you're probably asking yourself, there is no such thing as a perfect investment, is there? In this video, I'm going to show you that there is one perfect investment that fits all. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first one I want to talk about is stocks. Is stock the perfect investment? Well, it's got some upsides and some downsides. Because of the way we can buy them online now, it's relatively liquid. You got a wide variety. However, there is some risk, so that's not perfect. Let's talk about index funds. Now, they're less risky, they're safe, you can forget about it, but they are still risky. If the market goes down drastically, the index funds will go down too. So that's not the perfect investment. Let's talk about real estate. Now, real estate is one of the only three ways that you can build wealth. Real estate, starting a business, or inheriting money. That's the only way that you can build wealth in this country that I'm aware of. So real estate has a big leg up right off the bat. And there are many, many advantages to real estate. You can get in with a relatively low amount of cash, which means you can leverage high. You can benefit from the entire amount you're leveraging while risking a little bit. That's a great investment. It's a long-term investment. You can keep the asset as long as you want. You can buy it, you can sell it, you can rent it, you can leverage it, you can use it for taxes, and you will never get rid of the asset. A retirement account, eventually, if you live long enough, you will outlive your investment and the asset will be gone. Real estate is not like that. Now, the downside is, first off, you have to have good credit usually to get the real estate. And if you don't buy a good piece of property, the value will go down and your investment will go down. So that's not the perfect investment. All right, well, let's talk about starting your own business. Now, a lot of people really want to start their own business, and some are very, very successful. Microsoft, Apple, multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies started in my lifetime. Now, there are a lot of downsides to starting your own business. It takes a lot of cash, it takes a lot of risk, it takes a lot of time, but the upside is there's a potential for a lot of reward. But because of the downsides, that's not the perfect investment. Now, we've covered all the major ones. Let's talk about the one perfect investment that we can all make universally, and that is the investment in ourselves. There is that investment. There is never a downside to investing in yourself. Never. Any time that you would put in to investing in yourself, you will multiply once you get it. Any knowledge that you gain, you can always apply to the future. Any money that it takes will always be a payback, whether it's in knowledge, whether it's in money, whether it's in experience. there is no downside to investing in yourself. So when it comes to saving money, investing money, the number one asset, the number one investment that we should all make is in ourselves. And it's easy to say that we should invest the time and money to educate ourselves, and that's true. I am not a proponent of college so you can learn. I think that's retarded, and I've done a video on that. But for a knowledge base thing that you want to spend your life doing, then you probably do need to go to college. Otherwise, college is a waste of time. Go figure out what it is you want to do and educate yourself. If you want to invest in the stock market, then learn about stocks. Invest in yourself. Invest the time and the effort and the money to learn about stocks or real estate. Or if you want to own a horse farm, go learn about horses and farm management and owning a ranch. Invest in yourself to learn these things, and it is never a waste of time. Even if you fail at whatever it is you're investing your time in, you had the experience. There is never, ever a downside to investing in yourself. The trick to investing in yourself is to invest in the right thing in yourself. If you want to learn how to invest and make money, then you need to educate yourself on investing and learning about money. And as I'm doing this, I'm reminded of a story. I'm going to tell you a quick story and then we're going to be done. When I was in college, my dad had an opportunity to invest in a company with other family members in the state of Ohio. And when he told me about the business, he had no background in business at all. So for Christmas, I went out and I bought him, now this is back when there was, in order to learn you had to read books because there was no internet. So I went out and I bought him about 10 or 12 books at the bookstore, which for me was a lot of money, by the way. And I gave them to him for Christmas so that he could educate himself on what he was getting into. And I waited a couple of months and I asked him, and he hadn't read them, and I just asked him a couple of questions. And one of the questions I asked him, I said, so what's your responsibilities and what can they do to you? If they decide they don't want you there, how do they get rid of you? And he said, oh, Brian, that's nothing. It's all family. We're not there to hurt anybody. We're just there to try to build this up so we can make some money. And I said, oh, is that what you think? I said, when you mix family and money, there's always a problem. You need to get everything in writing. And he said, no, that's silly. We're not doing that. Okay. 2 years later, they kicked him out of the company. They had a board of directors meeting, which was all family, and they voted to kick him out. This after they had kicked 2 other family members out. When it got down to 2 family members left in the company, there was 7 or 8 when they started. When they got down to 2, the president of the company sold to PetSmart for $82 million. The name of the company was Weisheimer's, and it was in Columbus, Ohio. $82 million, and my dad never saw a dime. But he had to put his house up as collateral, and he invested several years of his life in that company. The point is, he didn't invest in himself. He put his trust in family, even when knowledge told him different, and I did. And he went right from that company to owning a restaurant, and he had me look at the books, and when I looked at the books, I said, I've never seen books like this. According to this, they're making money, but this isn't the way bookkeeping is done. he went ahead and bought it anyway. And again, 2 years later, he sold it for a loss and got out because it wasn't making money. The point is, invest in yourself. Whatever it is you want to do, go learn it. For me, right now, it's building wealth. In a couple of years, it's going to be about monetizing on YouTube. For now, I'm just learning about content and lighting, and which, by the way, speaking of lighting, I haven't updated you recently. But remember when I got like 6 or 8 different lights when I ordered 2? I still don't know how I did that, but anyway. And I've got lights all over this room. I've got one light on. One light. But I learned. So, we'll see. But for right here and for right now, I'm learning all I can about investing, building wealth, and I'm passing it on as I experience it and learning it, because a lot of times the best way to learn something is to teach something. And I've learned that in my lifetime. I know that to be a fact. So as I learn things, and then I experience things, and then I teach things, I learn it more thoroughly. And hopefully you will benefit from this too. Further down the road, in a couple of years, I hope to start monetizing these videos. And that way, that will be time for me to learn something new and different. Well, I just want to end this video by saying there is a perfect investment for all of us. One size does fit all. And that perfect investment is to invest in yourself. You have a great day, a great week, and happy investing in yourself.